Big story out of the WNBA. Diana Taurasi's retiring. Felt like we knew this, but now we actually know it. Time Magazine breaking the story.
You keep saying that.
Yes. Everybody knew. Is Diana Taurasi going to retire? Probably. She wasn't going to do a...
I feel like this is akin to, hey, is Aaron Rodgers going to retire?
Do not put DT in that same territory.
At some point, eventually, probably,
yeah,
right?
But Aaron Rodgers has been loud about it.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers has made it a story. Diana Taurasi has almost
has not made it a story.
Down
that's something she has not done.
And has allowed it to simmer in a space of, well, I assume she's going to retire, but maybe she'll come back for one more round. She won't. I love when people say, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. No, I'm pretty sure Diana Taurasi would want you to cry. And she might say a little snide comment that makes you cry harder. That's just who she was. That's what made her so great, along with the fact that in her 20-year WNBA career, she won 3 titles. She also won 3 titles at UConn. She also won 6 Olympic gold medals. She's the only WNBA player in history to score over 10,000 points in her career. She's truly one of the most decorated players of all time. And as someone who played basketball in the late 90s, early 2000s, and looking at teams and players that inspired me to want to one day be a college basketball player if I had continued to grow after I hit 5 feet 3 3/4 inches. Those UConn teams were so good. I mean, the UConn, Tennessee, the Geno, Pat Summit eras, but Diana Taurasi specifically, and a girl from my hometown, Ann Strothers, was on 2 of those championship teams at UConn. And just being able to watch the intensity, the ferocity of which Diana Taurasi played basketball with. It's why everybody has a story about her. One of those stories was shared in the Time Magazine article, and it just perfectly encapsulates how Diana Taurasi is kind of an asshole, but she's a lovable asshole. She'd say it herself. Sue Bird said it within the context of the article. But they described this time at the 2019 Rio Olympics where the men's and women's basketball teams were hanging out together, and Draymond Green was there, and Diana Taurasi just goes, "Hey, Draymond, how does it feel to be the only person in this room who's never been double-teamed?"
That's such a good statement.
So good.
And also, they're sitting around talking shit, right? It's trash talk going on. And we've been a part of that. I'd assume most of us have, playing Uno or Dominoes or Spades or pick up basketball, what have you. We've been a part of, we're going back and forth talking trash. And for her to say that, what do you don't recover from that if you're Draymond. Because you're looking around the room, it's her, Sue Bird, it's Brittany Griner, it's LeBron, Steph,
KD.
It's KD.
Not Steph, because he wasn't on
No,
those
Steph wasn't. So
Olympic
LeBron, KD, Anthony Davis, Boogie Cousins, right? Just, hey, Draymond, you're not good enough to be saying all of this. You've never even been doubled before in your life. If you're Draymond, you got to shut the hell up at that point. You're right, my fault. I apologize, Mr. Rossi.
And it's one of those things you just think about later.
Yeah.
You're like, damn.
Never been doubled before.
I am the only person in that room who's maybe never been double teamed. The other story I wanted to share from that timepiece that I thought was just so funny was reflecting on Taurasi also winning 3 World Cups. And in the 2010 World Cup final, which was in the Czech Republic, the U.S. was facing the Czech Republic. And I guess it was a tight game. They couldn't get separation. And Gino Auriemma was the coach. And so obviously Gino Auriemma was also Taurasi's coach at UConn. So a relationship has been there for a long time at this point. And he ordered the team to switch from man-to-man to a 2-3 zone. And a Czech player hit a shot from the corner. And right after that, they inbounded the ball. They go down. Diana Taurasi stops 32 feet from the basket, drains a 3, turns around, runs all the way across the court to go past the bench, looks Auriemma in the face in front of the entire Olympic team and yells, "Get the F out of this zone."
Zone is for cowards.
That was such a good catch.
Zone is for cowards.
Get the F out of this zone. And immediately RM is like, and then I'm screaming, man, and they go on to win by 20. And he said that the whole thing was him looking at the rest of the bench like, don't you think you can do that? Don't you think you're going to get me to change my game plan in the middle? It's something only Diana Taurasi could do. My favorite Taurasi moment, psycho moment, is when she kissed Simone Augustus, and nothing will ever beat that. I'm sorry, you don't even know. You MNBA fans don't even know. Just get back to me when one player in the middle of a game just...
I feel like Dennis Rodman has kissed a dude before.
we didn't see,
on the court.
Wasn't enough that we made a thing out of it.
Yeah.
No, are you kidding? If he had actually done it, God, this league would have a meltdown.
I'm pretty sure.
Soft.
I'm pretty sure Dennis Rodman. No, nobody would say that about Dennis.
Soft.
I'm pretty sure he was known for fondling like people at free throw lines on box outs. I'm pretty sure. At one point, I know there's a video of Alonzo Mourning leaving the court. Like, yo, you're nasty. You're crazy. Get away from me. Yeah.
I love crazy basketball players. And I respect someone who...
Charles Barkley kissed Dick Bavetta. Yeah. So stop making us seem like we're one of those phobics. Men kiss men all the time, and we're fine with it.
You heard him here.
As the furthest right person on these airwaves,
you know.
Let me say, we have seen men kiss women and men kiss men in sports, and we are fine with it. Chris Webber and Jalen Rose, Fab 5 days at Michigan, they used to kiss each other's bald heads all the time.
That's different. It's got to be on the lips.
Okay.
It really is the end of an era, though.
Isaiah Thomas.
Taurasi, Sue Bird, Maya Moore. Who else is in that group?
Augustus.
Sylvia
Fowles.
Yeah. Those were some greats.
Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson kissed before tip-off of the NBA Finals. Another example of men kissing in sports. And we are fine with it. Yes. They went in to do the handshake, to do the dap up, and it was a little French kiss. It was like, mwah.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
Find me the video.
I'll find the video. Send the video.
Send the video. Send the video.
The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m.